Okay, so let's have a look at this essay on expensive weddings. Over the last decades, the issue of whether to have a luxury wedding or an average wedding is a debatable topic, especially in the Middle East, and the M should be capital letter and the E should be capital letter. Some believe that spending a lot of money on a wedding is a way to enjoy it. I actually would prefer if you wrote spending a lot of money on a wedding ensures enjoyment, comma. However, personally, I strongly disagree. Okay. This essay will discuss the positive and negative sides of having a high-cost wedding. So the collocation would be high cost. Or you would say an expensive wedding or a lavish wedding or an extravagant wedding. Now, my one concern about this introduction is this is your opportunity to make your argument clear. And you have provided an argument. You've said that that you strongly disagree with expensive weddings. But then you say this essay will discuss the positive and negative sides of having. So your essay is just going to look at the positive and negative, but you've already said that you disagree with expensive weddings. So I would expect you to support your argument. So in your thesis statement, you should make your position clear, your opinion, which you have done, but then you have to support it in your essay. So if you're just going to look at both sides of the argument, you're not supporting your particular argument. Okay, so do be clear on that. If you decide that you think weddings shouldn't be too expensive, then you should support that with evidence, and the main focus of your essay should be on that. Yes, you can show both sides and provide counter arguments, but to be cohesive, you have to support your actual thesis statement in your essay. Okay, right, let's go to the next paragraph. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that an expensive wedding has a positive impact on the bridegroom and their families. That's good. The central reason behind this is that this kind of wedding provides a rest for hosts and guests. I don't know about a rest, I would just say provides, well, I suppose you could say provides relaxation or provides enjoyment for hosts and guests. You could say relaxation. For example, recent empirical research by the Saudi government demonstrates, you need an S, that 80% of their citizens prefer to enjoy their wedding even if it was very costly. Okay. Moreover, this research indicates, you need an S, that $3 billion are spent. You need a present simple passive. So $3 billion are spent every year on weddings. I wouldn't say purpose, just on weddings. You could say on wedding ceremonies or on wedding events in Saudi Arabia. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that people have a lot of joy and comfort in these. Okay, you could say it's conclusively clear that people receive a lot of joy and comfort from these luxurious, you need an adjective, luxurious weddings or lavish weddings. Luxurious is fine. Okay, the next paragraph. On the other hand, although there is a case for resting and enjoying in an expensive wedding, negative impact of it cannot be overstated. Okay, I would have to change, there is a case, doesn't actually fit here logically. So I'd say, on the other hand, although expensive weddings are relaxing and enjoyable, the negative impact of them cannot be overstated. Okay? Because there is a case, this expression means, for example, there is a case for arguing, so you need to present an argument after that expression. Okay, this is largely because these expensive weddings cause an economical issue. Okay, economical actually means cheap, so I think you mean economic, or you could say financial. So these expensive weddings cause an economic issue for most people to lead off. Or you could say these expensive weddings can create financial difficulties for many people. Okay. For instance, an extensive study by, I don't know, the Indian university, I don't know this university, or do you mean at a university from India, an Indian university, showed that it is common in the south part of India for people to take out huge loans to pay for luxurious weddings. Delete expenses there, just luxurious. Again, you need an adjective before noun, so luxurious weddings. If you want to use a new word, you could say lavish weddings, just to show your vocabulary range, or extravagant weddings, you could say. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that the cost of such a wedding is a source of, again, you've got economical, which is the wrong word. Remember, economical means cheap. So it's a source of financial pressure for individuals. Okay. To conclude, from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that a simple wedding is a way to save money. That's fine, but and enjoy is just floating on the end of your sentence. So what you could say is, to conclude from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that a simple wedding is both cost-effective and enjoyable. Okay. It is predicted weddings expenses will increasingly grow by 2013 in the Middle East. Okay, so I would say, however, to start this sentence, because you're saying something slightly different. So, however, it is predicted wedding expenses will increasingly grow. Okay, you've given by, so then you'd have to use the future perfect because you've given a future date there. So it is predicted wedding expenses will have grown dramatically by 2030 in the Middle East. Okay, it's very clear, but I would say, going back to your introduction, do establish your opinion. You have established an opinion here, but what I mean is then you have to then go on to support it in your essay, and make sure the balance of the essay is actually supporting your main argument. Okay, I'm not saying you can't show the other side. It is always good to show both sides of an argument, but make sure that the main thrust of your essay is on supporting your particular argument, which is that expensive weddings, or rather, sorry, your argument is that a simple and more economic wedding is preferable to an expensive one. So you need to support that with your evidence. Okay, so that's what I'd say there. But overall, actually, very good essay. Well done. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the pie charts about school subject preferences in New South Wales. The pie charts compare the favourite subjects for students, so you need an S, for students in New South Wales in 2014 and 2017. Okay, that's good. In 2014, the most popular subjects were geography, followed by maths, and then physics with 27.7, and 4 respectively. That's fine. While biology, physics, and geography were the preferred subjects for students in 2017. Good. So you need an E there. That's probably just a typo. The percentage of students who, again, maybe a typo, who preferred physics, so not prepare, who preferred physics was, I would say, instead of approximately similar, fairly similar. That's more natural English. We're fairly similar in both years. However, history was selected by few students in 2014, whereas the percentage had, because 2017 is finished, so you have to use past perfect, had increased in 2017 to, delete B, to 19.4% of students. You could make a comment there because that is the most dramatic change there. So you could say that the major, for example, the main difference between the years was the dramatic increase in, and then talk about that. For example, the dramatic increase in the popularity of history. The other major difference actually is about mathematics. Mathematics actually declined quite considerably, so you'd also highlight that as well. Other subjects such as PE and IT are were the least favoured in both years. Overall, it's clear that the most popular subjects were geography and biology in 2014 and 2017. Good. Whereas the least favourite subjects were chemistry, you'd say with only 1% in 2014, and IT with 1.4% in 2017. Okay, that's very good. You have summarised that well. But as I said, I would highlight the two major differences. So it's always good to look at the key points, the key significant elements in these pie charts. And as I say, the main differences between the 2 years is between the maths and between the history. So I would highlight that and make a comment on it, like saying the major differences were. Okay, but otherwise it's absolutely fine. Well done.